there's this old story, and this is great Buddhist wisdom, because it brings things down from superstition down into ordinary daily life. Many of you have heard the story before, but it's a great story about the old samurai warrior, who too wanted to know, and what do really Buddhists think about heaven and hell? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? No, really? And he'd gone around to many, many people, and no one could give him a good answer. And maybe the same with you. Maybe you've gone to many sort of temples, many talks, asked many people, and it's sort of satisfying, but you can't really get a straight answer which really satisfies you and answers the question once and for all. So this samurai eventually found this old monk and said, "Old monk, look, this is my question. I've gone around asking so many people this, I'm almost fed up to ask it again, but is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Now if you know this, and really know it, say so. But if you don't know it, don't waste my time, just say, I don't know." Okay? And the monk looked up at this samurai warrior and said, you're too stupid to understand. And the samurai said, "Would you just call me stupid? I'm not stupid, I'm a samurai warrior." These samurai warriors have to go through an enormous amount of training. And it's not just martial arts, it's a lot of virtuous training and training in meditation. He said, "I'm not stupid, I'm a samurai warrior." And the monk looked up at him, "You, a samurai? Don't give me that, you fool, you're just a country bumpkin, that's all." And the samurai said, "That's twice you've insulted me." And he took hold of his sword. "If you insult me one more time, monk, I don't care who you are, I'll cut off your head just with one swipe of my sword." "With that stupid old rusty piece of iron, you couldn't even slice a bread with that." And that was enough. The samurai, insulted 3 times, was incensed, and he got out his sword and was about to smite the monk's head off when the monk looked right into his eyes and said, "Samurai, that's hell." And I keep on saying that was pushing his luck, but it worked. Maybe if it didn't work, he wouldn't be able to tell the story. But the samurai understood that anger was what hell is like. At last he got an answer which wasn't anything to do with superstition. The monk wasn't saying, "It says in my scriptures." Because that really offended me a lot. When people say, "It says in the books." That's not what I asked you, what's in the books. I asked you. You're supposed to be a Christian, you're supposed to be a Buddhist, you're supposed to be a teacher. I'm not saying, well, I can read the books myself. You, is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Explain. I'm not asking the books, I'm asking the person. And at last he actually got a proper answer. He could understand what hell was. And he was so impressed, he put aside his sword and he bowed to that monk. That's what you do in Asia, out of respect. It's not asking for favours, it's an act of thank you so much. And when the monk looked at him again and saw his eyes were watering out of respect and gratitude, and the monk said to him very softly, "And samurai, now this is heaven." That gratitude and respect, that's what heaven is like. Now that's a beautiful saying, a beautiful story, because that almost encapsulates what this Buddhism is all about. Bringing these sort of very difficult to understand but important teachings back to earth, into your own personal experience, because that's what heaven and hell are like. And you can imagine that if this consciousness did persist after life, that if you actually thought anger, and that's what your character was, then you'd make an angry world. That's what happens to hell. You make the hell. And it's something which you can see in this life, how people make hells in their life. You create it. That's why I couldn't understand why when I was a young kid, you used to go out to the pub with your mates. We always went out to nice, calm, quiet pubs. But some people would always go to these pubs where every Friday night there was a fight. So why do people do that for? Because they like it. They want to have that. They create that.